Previously on Old Iron Adventures. Aumann Auctions finished up at the biannual Classic Green Reunion. From amazing tractors, jaw-dropping memorabilia, captivating stories, to one-of-a-kind people. Needless to say, this event was an absolute success. Aumann Auctions has been in business for over 60 years and has been the leading force around the world in vintage power. And we're going to show you why. Through adventures around the world, you'll see vintage tractors, trucks, cars, memorabilia, and so much more. Aumann Auctions isn't just an auction company, but a group of men and women with a passion for the stories behind these items. Welcome to Old Iron Adventures. Back on the road for another amazing event, Roger and Austin head to Sedalia, Missouri, where the Red Power Roundup show takes place.
Hey, it's Roger here today from Aumann Auctions. We're at the Mattresses Center here in Sedalia, Missouri at the Red Power Roundup. A lot of great looking tractors in here, a lot of great memorabilia, toys, great swap meet out there going on. So we're going to kick it off today and start going through some of the items here. So we're excited to be here. Got a great crew here with me today. I got Austin, Devin, and Carson. They're going to be with me today, and we're going to all be walking around looking at some stuff and talking to potential sellers, which we've already done, but it should be a fun day today. So looking forward to it.
We are currently in the Matheson Exhibition Center on the historic Missouri State Fairgrounds. Fairgrounds have been around since about 1904, and we hosted 2015, we hosted the Red Power Roundup. We had so many people from around the country. We met at other roundups and who've been requesting us to try to host again. They love the grounds here. You can see behind me we have a lot of four-wheel drive and front-wheel assist tractors. These all belong to a gentleman out of Arizona. They are the featured tractor this year. Outside of this building, we have another building with about 35 tractors in it and a bunch of Scouts and early international trucks. We have a large machinery area outside this building we're guessing a little over 220 to 225 tractors there. So we think, without an actual number, we're around 300 tractors on the grounds right now. Plus, we have three buildings full of vendors, and another building that has all the chapter tables from all the chapters that wanted to come and be represented here. So we have a good crowd. Today is the first day. It's Missouri. It's hot, it's humid, it's summertime in the state of Missouri, but people are happy. The buildings are all air conditioned. Everybody's having a good time, and maybe it's just because they're farm folks, but they're friendly and they're polite and they enjoy what's going on. We are providing free trams in the parking lot to the admission gates, and then on the inside of the grounds we have free trams that you can get on and ride around if you just want to see what things are and where they're at before you get off and start walking the asphalt.
Also, me and Austin down here, we're looking at memorabilia. There's a lot of cool stuff here at the Red Power Roundup here in Sedalia. So we're just kind of walking through right now, looking at some of the different items. You can see he's got matchbooks and fobs, and got all kinds of padlocks, just a bunch of cool stuff in here, you know, that any collector would love. But
Roger, you really got to check these out.
Oh yeah, those are really cool.
These employee badges, got the employee photos on them.
Oh yeah, look at that one.
Coal mines.
Coal mines, that's sweet.
International Harvester Coal Mines.
You need your badge. That's yeah, from the coal mines. That's cool. Looks like he's got a little article with him, tells about him too. So those are really cool. I mean, those are unique to me.
Those are really sweet pieces right there.
I like employee badges, stuff like that. Kind of unusual. So, you know, there'd only be one of them unless they got a new one. So,
but yeah, you got all your different works there.
Yeah, different Fort Wayne. You got Canton, Auburn. There's just a bunch of different ones there. So that's pretty neat. I like that.
Another thing I really like are the security badges.
Oh yeah, the security badges, those are cool. Those are very cool. So, yeah, that's cool. I think there, somewhere in here, there was a gold piece, a real rare gold piece I thought I seen in here somewhere, but I don't know if it's still here or not.
I think you might have sold it.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I do not see that, but not a big deal. You got a lot of cool stuff in here. Anyway, so yeah.
That's the deal with these shows. When you see something you like, you better buy it.
Better buy it or it'll be gone. Don't walk by it, because when you come back, it can be gone.
When I came to school, I didn't really fit school very well. I wasn't your greatest student. And if you would have told me I was going to become a teacher when I was 18 years old, I would have swore I lost the bet. Worked for our Barrett Chrysler Center for 12 years. And then this job came up as the auto technology instructor, and very reluctantly, I took the job. I was not expecting to actually change a profession like that, but I'm finding a lot of success into it. So in 2008, I created something called Night Shift. Night Shift was designed for a kid like me that really didn't fit school very well, but it was a motivational tool where I could take a kid that was kind of like me, and it might be sitting on the fence, and if I can give you a reason to come to school and work hard, we're going to do these cool things. So what Night Shift is I volunteer for the program. I am not paid for it. As a matter of fact, I turned the stipend down. I'm not going to get paid for it. It's $1 million idea, and I don't want a dime for it. But since I volunteer for it, it's my rules. And my rules are the students have to have a 95% attendance. They cannot miss homework assignments. They cannot fail classes. They have to be clean shaven for the boys. I like them to wear their uniform. And ultimately, basically, you can't upset the boss. Basically, a work environment that you have to fit into. And when we're there, we like to work on whatever Mr. Brinkman likes to work on, but it so happens that Mr. Brinkman just likes to work on trucks and tractors. So it's evolved from working on motorcycles. We did a car, which I had trouble getting them interested in that car. But when I found an old tractor that we had to fix a transmission on, I noticed that the students kept migrating toward that tractor. I like working on tractors way more than I like working on cars. So I decided we would start working on these old tractors. When the tractors come in, this is one of our Farmall M's. This is the only one of two, there's only two of them that actually drove into the classroom. Most of the time when they come in there, they're dilapidated, and I'll explain a couple here coming in a little bit. They're in very bad shape when they come in, but that's perfect. I really want those ones that are rough so that students can see the fruits of their labor and the effort that when they can produce a tractor that looks like this from basically scrap iron. So the way it works is the kids come in from 2:15 to 8 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Since we're there that late, they also have to put their name on a calendar, and it's a schedule basically, and that night right there, you have to cook dinner for everybody. So everybody's on the schedule, including myself. Sometimes that works out really well, and they surprise themselves. Other times we tell them, don't do that again, please. The goal of that is actually if they go on to college, when they get on their own, you can sustain yourself. You don't have to rely on fast food or other restaurants to keep yourself fed. The goal of this is to make those confident kids and build that kid. The next thing will be, and my wife helps me do this too, is after dinner on Thursday nights, it's actually dance lessons. We teach them how to do some line dance lessons. There's some old Western stuff and some jitterbug and swing. That's to build the confidence in that kid, and it works amazing. That's actually how I met my wife, and she'll actually be here later today. When the students come in on those evenings, what they'll do is we'll start with this tractor, and hopefully it's whole, but actually some of them here, they came in on pallets and trucks. And there's one in particular, one of my favorites here, came in on 3 pickup loads. So when they start to take them down, they got to evaluate it. And if it's running, that's great. We can do compression tests and hydraulic tests, but for the most part, they're seized up and in pieces. If you notice real quick on this old Farmall M right here, when they're taken apart, we polish all the castings out of the whole tractor. They are completely dismantled. There's not one bolt or screw or fastener left in this tractor. It is 100% pulled down, taken apart. We'll put them in boxes, put them on shelves. I've actually had people come into our shelf or place what we call the barn. It's an old storage closet that we converted to restore these tractors. I've had people come up and say, hey, where's the tractor at? And you will tell them it's in here. The entire tractor is in here, but it's actually in boxes and shelves, and it's categorized, and here we go. What we'll typically do is we'll start with the backside of the tractor. We might start with the engine, get the machine work done that we can't do ourselves, and start getting that process moving forward. Castings, a student will actually take a piece of the tractor, and it's going to be their responsibility to learn how it works, refinish it, refurbish it, put it back on the tractor correctly. So you'll see kids that there'll be teams that we might all learn how to put the engine together. That's a pretty cool thing that they like to know how to do. But when the thing is coming apart, should back up just for a second. Every individual piece is smoothed out, and all the castings are, like I said, they are smoothed out, so you can actually see the reflection of my hand in that tractor. And most of the photographs that you would see on these tractors as they're in process, when these parts are painted individually, you can see the reflection of me right back into it. I know that's kind of scary to look at sometimes, but that's okay.
This is a 1948 Aumann Auctions. The story on this tractor is, you notice the insignia on my hat there is Knights of Columbus Journey for Charity. That's a local tractor cruise to us there in near Union, Washington, Missouri. So what the thing was is, on their 10th anniversary, before the 10th anniversary of the tractor cruise, this tractor was donated by a family. This poor little thing was turned over at one time in its life, so we found that damage on it. The goal of this tractor was, obviously I'm going to restore it with my students, but we actually raffled this off. So when we got this tractor done, we packed it inside my enclosed trailer, and I was taking students to different thresher shows around the state of Missouri. The students were tasked with selling raffle tickets to this tractor. When I first did that, they were very reluctant. They were like, I'm not a salesman, I don't know how to approach people. But ultimately, I would say it was a success, because this little tractor raised $21,800 for the local food pantries, and those kids had a lot to do with that, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, this is a 1937 Aumann F20. This tractor is owned by Dan West out of Carlinville, Heddick, Illinois, actually. This was Dan's grandpa's tractor. I met Dan, actually my cousin was buying a truck from him, and through conversation, great guy, great people. He was wanting to know if I knew anybody that could overhaul an engine for an F20 Aumann. And I said, sure, I think I can probably handle that for you. I said, but it'll take some time. Well, students and I started attacking the motor out of Grandpa's tractor and realized it was cracked, located another one from my cousin. But after we started thinking about we're building this engine for this tractor, there's not a whole lot left to an F20 after you do that. But now that's going to take, but it will take a lot of time. So after a little talking, it didn't take a lot to convince Dan to say, hey, how about we restore Grandpa's tractor? This tractor actually showed up to us on 3 pickups. It was dismantled, I'm assuming, for about 20 years before we got to it. So we were actually able to put this thing back together in a fine shape. The really neat thing about this F20 is everything's cast iron, and it hides very little of cast iron, cast steel. For instance, the top of this radiator housing right here, or radiator, the top of the tank on it. It's either cast iron, cast steel, I can't tell you for sure. But a 14-year-old Eddie Kessler, as you're going to talk to here in just a little bit, actually did that right there. That was his first thing that he attacked on this tractor. He was involved in this one as a freshman in high school. The amount of hours in this thing is, we average about 4,000 hours per tractor. It's up in the high 3,000s. But the thing is, it keeps them busy, keeps them motivated. I never actually have to worry about them on their phone. We're working hard, but this one is probably one of my favorites because it doesn't hide anything. The cool thing about this, especially when you get around the back side of that rear end housing, took this one gal, I think it was a couple months, and she scratched and worked and kept pushing herself to finally get that rear end housing the way it looks. And she was actually with us in Grand Island, Nebraska, and got to actually show off her work in a big stadium at the state fairgrounds. So it was pretty cool.
F20 over there was a little harder because this one, when we got it, was all complete, but that one came in a bunch of boxes and pieces. So we had to figure out how it all went together.
It had been sitting for a long time and was really rusty. We had to do a lot of work to make the parts come together again and look good. What he does is he kind of gives us something to do, and he lets us figure it out, and he helps us if we need help, but he pretty much just lets us on our own and figure it out if we can, and most of the time we can with a little bit of help. and we start by like grinding down and body filling all the castings to smooth everything out to make it look really good, and then just work our way from there and paint stuff, put stuff together, and until it falls together the final time, gets the final paint job.
Back outside, Austin goes to the lawn and garden building, where he finds a set of some unordinary tractors.
All right, hey, we're out here checking out some more of the stuff here at the Red Power Roundup in Sedalia, Missouri. We're in the lawn and garden building right now, and I just wanted to talk about one of my favorite pieces in here. We've got the 1963 Cub Cadet 123, and what I love about it is it's painted up like a tiger, which is just one of the, you know, I'm a sucker for oddballs, and this is just one of them. These came out and they painted them up like this because they take them to fairs and shows and circuses just to kind of demonstrate the new hydrostat and the hydrostatic line they came out with, and they would take them and they would do jumps and tricks and all kinds of different things and just show them off, and so that's why they're painted up like that. We've got some pulling tractors here, some pulling garden tractors. Just some real cool designs. I really like the Farmall painted up there, like classic Farmall red. Got Mad Max here, just some real tough looking tractors.
And a knife for a 782.
Here today at the Red Power Roundup in Sedalia with Andrew Dawson. Andrew's a big collector of IH things, anything IH, so he actually helped me on one project. Oh, I don't know, what's that been, 5 years ago?
About 5 years ago.
Yeah, on the
during COVID.
During COVID,
Yeah.
the Darce collection. So Andrew was my go-to guy during this after Daryl passed away. So today I'm here with Andrew, and I want to talk a little bit about this Farmall M8 experimental tractor he's got. So Andrew, could you tell us the whole story on this and how you came about it?
Okay, this tractor here is part of the M8 program. They built 2 H's and 2 M's that we know about, and they were tested. They were supposed to be the answer to the more gearing that they were trying to get, and they ended up going with the MTA over these. This tractor has to do it. It's from the bell housing back. It's completely experimental. It has a high-low shifter in the transmission. Has 4 gears, 2 reverse, or 8 forward gears with the high-low and 2 reverses. Live PTO, live hydraulics, disc brakes. There was a lot of things that was way ahead of its time on this tractor when they were, and I'm pretty sure some of it was probably a patent infringement too, from the way some of the stuff designed. It copies a lot of other companies.
Okay.
But everything from the bell housing back, bigger axles, shorter axle housings. It is a very unique tractor.
Okay. Yeah, that's really nice looking tractor.
But this tractor somehow come out of the Hinsdale Research Farm.
Okay.
Ended up in North Missouri. The fellow's farming ended up on, he was an employee for Harvester.
Okay.
How he got it out of there, middle of the night, we don't know. But he ended up trading it to another farmer in the area for bulldozer work that had been done.
Really?
And ended up, it was a part of a good friend of mine, Wayne Hutton's collection. He's passed last fall. And Wayne traded an S10 Chevy pickup for it in the early 90s. I mean, they knew what the tractor was, but the PTO had broke running a grain auger, and they tried to take it to town. Nobody could fix it, so they just parked it in a cattle or a chicken shed and left it for years. And when Wayne dispersed his collection a few years ago, I ended up acquiring this tractor. I think that was 2022, and made it part of my collection.
Awesome. So did you have to do a lot of work to it in the PTO area and stuff?
I have the PTO. I'm working on getting parts recast to put the PTO back on it, and I'm trying to get it close. We have some original photos of it being tested, and I'm trying to get as close to them original photos as possible. But it's all work in progress. I keep wanting to, it keeps going to shows, and I don't work on it. So
Right. No, I understand. So what you brought? Would you bring a fire truck too? You said you had.
I also brought a fire truck. I have the original International Lodestar fire truck that International provided to the town of Benham, Kentucky, their coal mine town.
Oh, really? That's
And
cool.
it's out here in the truck show part of the roundup, and it's in southeastern Harlan County, Kentucky, and they International owned the whole town, and that was their coal mines. And in the late '60s, when this truck was built, they turned over and formed the city government and provided this truck to them.
Okay.
And I was able to acquire it a few years ago after they put it up on bids.
That's interesting, man. So you got some pretty unique things here to show then. Is
they're
that
different.
The 2 items you brought?
Hold about 7 loads down here. So,
Did you really?
Yes.
Wow. Wow.
I've been doing the demonstrations. Have International C40 truck with a corn sheller on the back of it out here shelling corn, and been part of the W40 display, and I hold about five or six of the W40s out here. So,
Gotcha.
so yeah, it's been a busy week, and
It
of course
sounds
the
like it, yeah.
nice warm weather has really been wonderful out here.
Yeah, it was really a good crowd today.
Oh yes, we had a great crowd. A little bit of shower, but it's a great crowd. One of the best shows we've had in several years.
Yeah.
Good variety of everything for everybody.
There really is, and I really appreciate you taking time out of your
Yep,
day
no
to visit
problem.
with us and share some
No
of your
problem.
collection
Yeah,
with us.
thank you.
Nice to see you again.
Uh-huh.
Thank you very much.
Next time on Old Iron Adventures. Alex takes a large crew to California, where they find one of the largest collections Aumann Auctions has ever seen.